My name's Gabe Pollock. I'm the director of the Bop Stop at the Music Settlement. So the Bop Stop's a nonprofit performance venue. Since we are nonprofit, the proceeds from the bar go into the operating budget of the Music Settlement to support all of our programs at the University Circle campus as well as at the Bop Stop. Those programs include private lesson instruction, ensemble instruction, we have summer camps. So it's a very feel-good space where the money spent here is going to support music education in Cleveland. And during the day, one day a week, we actually have early childhood music classes. One day a week, we have group music therapy sessions. And then at night, we open up the bar and run this place like a club. Bop Stop is very unique. It was built from the ground up with music in mind. So not only does it sound really good, but it looks really good. There's no poles blocking anyone's view. There's multiple tiers of seating. It's got this really nice semicircle layout. There's really not a bad seat in the house. And then there are a lot of fun little aspects of the space that make it unique. The mirrors at the bar are angled in such a way that if you're having a drink, you don't have to turn your head. You can just sit and literally reflect on the show. The windows facing the shoreway are practically soundproof, so even though there's traffic right outside, you can't hear cars as they pass. We have a partnership with Cleveland Rocks, Past, Present, Future. They curate the walls of the Bop Stop with a rotating photography exhibit. There's lots of sound reinforcing panels on the back wall and above the stage. It's just a very, very nice sounding room. In trying to develop new audiences for the Bop Stop, I reach out to other venues and other producers and tap into their marketing. So one of the producers I work with a lot is a group called New Ghosts, and they present music. It's free jazz, it's improv, very out of the box sorts of music, and to cultivate that audience, we also host a monthly jam session called Out Lab, where we say you can bring your instruments or your noisemakers, anything, and you just have a chance to come, and it's all spontaneous. So we just throw you up on stage and you just start. It's not like a traditional jazz jam where you're calling tunes. You can jump in when you feel like. You don't have to play at all. You can just listen, and it's really, really fun to watch. So the Bop Stop now has full backline. The Steinway B it's a permanent loan from the Oberlin Conservatory of Music. We do have 2 house drum kits. One was donated actually by a drummer, Bob Walker. He's just a fan of the club, and he had a great vintage Rogers kit that he knew we would take good care of and it would get a lot of use. And then we got a second one with the help of Jamie Haddad, who's a percussion professor at Oberlin Conservatory of Music. And we have a custom 18-inch Fortune drum kit. Those are really, really awesome locally made drums here in Cleveland by a man named Dale Flanagan. And then we did receive a lot of new microphones and gear for our live sound as well as recording capabilities. And that was funded by Bob Conrad, who still is a radio personality here in Cleveland. He's very involved with WCLV, and he happens to be a board member of the Music Settlement. One of the things that is really nice about the Bop Stop, now that we're nonprofit, is that it forces us to make money that's related to our mission. The Music Settlement's mission is to provide arts and music to all and make it affordable to all. And so anything that has to do with making music accessible is something that we can fund here. We do a lot of fundraisers for other nonprofits in Cleveland. Last year we actually raised $60,000 for other nonprofits in the city. You know, we're only allowed to make so much money off of alcohol and food sales, and we really need to think about how to keep this venue all about the music. So we can rent the space for recordings, we can have bands rehearse here, we can use the space to put together electronic press kits for bands. We have the music classes, the music therapy, the shows. That's all related to the mission of the settlement, and that's what makes this space special. So Hingetown is this northern part of Ohio City that really has been gaining momentum within the last 3 years or so, and we've been open for 2 years. So other businesses in the neighborhood, we're on the corner of 29th and Detroit, and if you extend a little further south, you'll find Jukebox, which is a really nice neighborhood bar. There's a Cleveland Tea Revival. There's the Transformer Station, which is kind of a west side wing of the Cleveland Museum of Art. In January of 2017, Spaces Art Gallery is going to be moving in right next door to us, and we have a lot of great ideas for how to collaborate on bridging the musical arts and visual arts together for some really unique programs. There's Rising Star Coffee House. There's a lot of other micro businesses in the area. There's a great juice bar. There's a Thai restaurant, and it's all part of bringing back this part of the city. And it's a really unique neighborhood. And it's called Hingetown because it's located between, you have downtown over here, the Market District of Ohio City down here, and Gordon Square is over here, and Hingetown's right in the middle. So as it develops, it's going to connect on the near west side of Cleveland. It's also just an exciting time for Cleveland because there's lots of millennials moving to the region. There's really high energy, good energy here. I think as people start to get priced out of the coast, they're going to start moving to the Midwest. There's a bit of an arts renaissance here because there's a high quality of life and it's pretty cheap to live here. So you're able to experiment with whatever creative ideas are bubbling in your head. And even the fact that I have this job, I sometimes have to pinch myself. I mean, I'm 28 right now and I have keys to a over $1 million jazz club. And is this the sort of thing that I would get in New York? No, but this is why I moved to Cleveland, hoping that an opportunity like this would arise. And it's also nice to know that there are institutions like the Music Settlement that are over 100 years old that are investing in young energy. And that's happening at the Transformer Station, that's happening at Spaces, that's happening in a lot of these anchor institutions. And I think it's kind of a new model for development and the arts. So the Music Settlement, which is now 104 years old, is located in University Circle, and the Bop Stop is the first permanent location that the settlement has had on Cleveland's west side, and it's been really exciting to create this buzz on the near west side of Cleveland. It's really activating the neighborhood and providing music performance, music education to new demographics, and due to the energy that the Bop Stop's created, as well as the phenomenal work of the Music Settlement on the east side, we actually are going to be opening a west side campus on 25th in Detroit. And it's new construction, and it's being designed specifically to cater all of the Music Settlement's needs. So we'll be offering music therapy, early childhood courses, and private and ensemble instruction at this beautiful, beautiful new building where the ground floor will host the Music Settlement as well as a few other businesses, and the upper floors will be apartments very close to downtown. So it's really fun to watch, and the block here on Detroit is going to look way different, and it's going to have the density of a neighborhood soon. And if things are already going this well now, it's going to be exciting to see what the next few years have in store.